everybody.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome to Threefold Talk. It's Threefold Thursday.
And apparently we all got the blue memo.
I know.
So
Look at us. Very nice.
all different patterns, but
yeah. So we're back on StreamYard, and that means that our beloved Wetlander Rob can take a much-deserved break. But even though he's doing that, he's still in the background doing some work for us anyway. Because
Hybrid Havoc, what did
ridiculous.
you just do? Oh my god!
What did he do?
Aw, thanks, Hybrid
He
Havoc.
gifted 5 memberships, so people get to use those special stickers and all the other features that Rob has been creating.
Yes. I actually literally just before the show started figured out that there was some sort of feature you have to actually enable your ability to receive gifts in order to get a membership, because those have shown up and I've been like, I don't understand how that works. But I figured it out. So I can now become a member.
Green.
I can now become a member of the channel that we're in. That's awesome.
Amazing.
How are you, Leigh-A? How was your week?
It's been a very busy week. It's going to continue to be a very busy week until actually after, I was going to say Malkier Con. Oh my God, that's how crazy it's been. Right until after WatCon, just because we've got all of these major meetings, because for some reason it was a great idea to have them all within a 3-week period. So, yeah, so good thing is I get overtime. So all of that money that I spent on plane tickets procrastinating, I will more than likely make back. So that is the good news of busting my ass working overtime. But there's also a fun project that I've been working on for Malkier Con. Oh, God, I keep saying that. I'm so excited for Malkier Con. We're on the Malkier Talks. I keep saying Malkier Con for WatCon, and it kind of got soft announced today. I will be running a official D&D Wheel of Time one-shot at WatCon, not Malkier Con. It'll be Saturday evening after dinner. One of the special guests will be playing. So we've got a really good team. Random Noman has been helping me create the campaign. So it is going to be complete and utter chaos. And I am kind of excited. I've told all the people that I've invited to play with us. I was like, not going to lie, I'm beefing up your characters because I might try to kill you. So I'm challenging you to not let me kill you. So
okay,
very excited for this.
Awesome.
And if you get a virtual ticket, I do believe that it will be live streamed, so you will be able to see it even if you are not there. So I know that the in-person tickets are no longer on sale, but if you get remote tickets or the virtual tickets, whatever they're called, you will be able to see this along with all the panels. I'm on one. Bain&Chiad is on 2. And yeah, and a whole bunch of foldies are on other panels. So yeah, so come join us remotely.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You do sound busy.
And there's a couple of other things, but I can't announce those yet. So there's always another secret, right?
Life's going.
I love it.
So,
how about you, Shelly? How was your life?
Life has been a bit busy. Hi, kitty. I started going to the gym again, so that's taking up a fair amount of my time, but I'm quite happy with that decision. Work has been interesting. I got a really cool file now where I'm working on a homelessness for a project to support veterans exiting homelessness. So I'm pretty excited about this project.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to be working on that, and I really hope that we get the grant money that we've applied for. And it's just nice to have like meaning back in my work again, because I've been missing that. So that's been really great. But yeah, and then I had quite the day after work today. I got home, opened a package from Amazon and the crinkling paper. So my cat has seizures. They're okay, but it's a little scary sometimes. And she just happened to have one, and her tail turned into a helicopter, which unfortunately she lost control of her bladder and sent that everywhere around my apartment. So prior to Threefold Talk, I was cleaning everything. And so my house is spotless now, which I didn't expect.
So gross.
It is so gross.
No,
And
and that smell, you've got to get that right away because that
exactly.
smell
So
will.
like everything was soaking while I was at the gym, and now everything's in the laundry, and I had to give my cat a bath, which is the second bath in her entire life. So she is fucking pissed at me. So yeah, and then I lost my phone. So it was just one of those days when I got home from work, like I'm like riding high on this cool project, making a difference, helping out in the world, get home, see tornado, lose my phone.
Oh my God, you've had a day.
Wow, Shelly.
So that is why I treated myself to a cocktail with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 maraschino cherries.
Wow,
well
you're really
deserved.
splurging.
Cheers to you, my friend, because you deserve those 4 maraschino cherries.
Okay, so
Mel, how about you? How was your week?
Yeah, I have had really like a really interesting combination of weeks, I guess I could say. So last week I wasn't able to do the show because I actually was on jury duty. I got selected for a trial, a criminal manslaughter trial. And it was actually the first time I'd ever even been like in a jury duty selection thing. And I found the process of the selection really interesting. I found the trial very difficult. But I would say that like I'm glad I did it, and I think our jury was very good and very thoughtful and conscientious, and really tried to do the best we could to make sure that the defendant got a fair trial. But I would be very happy to like never ever have to do that ever again, because I didn't really like the idea of having to like sit in judgment of someone. But you know, I understand that that's the way that our system works, and that if we don't participate in that, then you know we're not doing our duty as a citizen. So so it was a kind of mixed feelings. But in the end, I'm like comfortable with the decision we came to, and nobody left happy, but everybody did what they could, I guess. And then after all of that, or almost after all of that, I got to hang out with Cheese Foldy on Sunday. He came to visit this part of the Threefold Land, and it is very, very hot. And so he was very like, it's melting. I'm melting. But I got to introduce him to some of the very special dishes we have here in the Texas part of the Threefold Land, and made fun of him a little bit for the choices that he had made to eat at other places. But we went to a really interesting brewery that sells smoothie beers. Have you guys ever had these?
No.
So it's basically a brewery, but they make beers that are like fruit infused, and they're like thick, like a smoothie. Like I had a Mexican candy flavored beer smoothie, and it had guava and watermelon and tahini and strawberry together, and it was delicious. And then we tried there was like a pickled cucumber thing, and then there were lots of, they have like very vibrant beers. So they had like a Pride, what's that called?
Taster.
When you have all of those, whatever.
Taster.
Anyway, a taster.
Samples.
Yeah, so it's like a rainbow colored beer extravaganza, and we had a great time. And he's just as lovely as we all know he is. But it was really nice to be able to like see him in person, because I know that there's a lot of foldies that are in like Shelly's part of the world, and she gets to hang out with them a lot, and there's just not that many around us. So it was really special, and he and real life Matt Cawthon actually hung out last night on their own, and he said it was really nice.
Kevin Angus came up with it.
Thank you. Flight. That's the word. Thank you. Yes, a flight. That was lovely. So we had a really nice time. So it's been kind of like a really interesting, weird mixed bag of extreme emotions, I guess I could say. Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? You want to talk about some of the news?
There wasn't much news this week.
Yeah,
rapid Daily Mail, then.
Yeah, and then we can move on to our game.
Yeah.
Do that? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Let me pretend I know what I'm doing and play this Daily Veil intro. I hope this is the right one. I don't know. We'll see.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
I'm so happy to be hearing that again.
I know! It's so good! It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
For those of you
Still gives me
who know,
chills.
we were pretending that we could hear that for the last couple months, and we would just nod pretendingly happily. But it's so nice to hear it again.
They
really
humored
is.
me, and they were far too nice.
It's true.
I'm glad you
Well,
enjoyed it. It's a good intro.
No, we wanted you to be happy, Rob.
Wow. No, I want everyone to be happy. So I've almost got all the pictures sorted. I'm working on them still. So
Thank you so much. You're the best.
We can vamp as long as you need. So it's not like we just talk randomly ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
So, as usual, I have no idea what's going on in the world. Especially the world of the Wheel of Time. So hit me. What's new this week, guys?
Yeah,
So-
so I wasn't here last week, so did you talk about Landfear? Was Landfear already discussed? I don't even know what time it was.
I think we
When did
talked
that
about
come
it.
out?
Yeah,
Was I on the show last week? I don't remember.
it was literally just me and Emily talking about Star Trek and Rob being like,
That's right. That's
"You
right.
need to stop falling in love on camera."
Oh, you guys fell in love? That's so
We
great.
did.
I'm so
It was
proud
like
of
a you and
you.
Beth moment, but like Star Trek.
That's awesome. I love Star Trek too. I was really sad to miss that, but I definitely.
So you guys
needed
did talk
to.
about
That was
Landfear
great.
last week, though?
Yes, we talked about Landfear. How the casting, I think it's was up and then deleted, and we all agreed she's hot AF, and we'll see how
Yes.
she is as an actress and
Mm.
sorry as an actor, and we'll wait with bated breath. But we all agreed we've been happy with the casting thus far.
Yeah.
Absolutely
There's
no
There
complaints.
was one interesting piece of news that came out, and that is that they cast, and it's partially inspired the thing I wanted to talk about today when I was proposing ideas for things, is that they cast an actress who's kind of a really famous actress. Do you know who Lindsay Duncan is?
She's
No?
the one that was in Rome, right?
She was in Rome. She was in A Discovery of Witches and His Dark Materials. She's pretty famous.
You would know her face if you saw her.
Yeah.
So she's got
Yeah.
bit pieces and a lot of things. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And she looks like an Aes Sedai, honestly. She just looks like she never ages.
She does, yeah. So she's going to be playing Maureen's family member, specifically her sister. Is that right?
Yes, her sister, who was mentioned, I believe, only in the companion. So not even named in the book.
Anvir. Yeah, one of Maureen's older sisters. What do you think? Does she look like she could play Rosamund Pike's older sister?
I definitely think that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Shelley?
I think so. Do we think it's going to be part of that whole Kyrian succession? Maybe they're replacing one of the Kyrian nobles that we know from the books with Maureen's older sister just to add a bit of drama.
Well, and I wonder if this is how they introduce the fact that Moraine is part of the succession, that she is part of the pseudo-royal family, and then leading it into all the BS that Lammen did with that portrait and causing the Aiel War. And I wonder if it'll be kind of a stepping stone lead-in to the Aiel. That'll be how they introduce the history of the Aiel, because they did a little smidge bit of it in season 1 with Tom talking about the Aiel as Matt was raiding the corpse of a dead Aiel.
Yep, he did that. Yep. Oh.
There's a little bit there, but not a lot.
Yeah, I think she actually has a look very similar to Haley Mills, which made me think that maybe Haley Mills is also playing a Moraine family member. Like maybe Haley Mills could even be playing like Moraine's mom or something, and there could be some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of family reunion or some sort of flashback or something like that. I don't know, because we still don't know what
a Moraine. Sorry, Damodred family reunion. Would just be like, let's say fucking insane. Like, I'm just trying to imagine. Because, like, my family reunions are like a pig roast and a lot of alcohol and a lot of card games and a lot of swearing. I imagine yours being like tea and like not saying anything and just being like, game of houses, game of houses, game of houses.
Yeah.
Snarky comment that is completely veiled, and if you know, you know.
Yeah. Like they could do so much good stuff with just like a bunch of Moraines and Moraine doppelgangers in different, like, slightly variations of each other, like in the same room.
I am
really
here
cool
for it.
News. Yeah,
and then
I'm excited.
Badass, anyways.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Okay, so we got that cool scoop. Thank you, Watt Series, and then mostly we got news that people were sharing news with other people, but not us. But that did lead to us being able to have like lots of good views of some really great outfits and some people that we know and love. For Shelly's context and for everybody else who isn't as like ridiculously online as the rest of us, the Wheel of Time press junket has started. So they a press junket is when basically like all the press kind of come to them and they do these like series of interviews over and over and over again over like a course of a few hours, and they just like sometimes do rapid fire interviews with people where they only have like 10 minutes, and they try and just like get a lot of content out there very quickly, so they're maximizing the use of the actor's time. So, but I guess
the only context I have for that is in Notting Hill when Julia Roberts' character is doing the press junket.
Yeah.
She's an actress.
Hugh
Grant goes in and pretends to interview her just to like try to talk to her again. So.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have a friend who used to kind of like roll in that circuit, and he wrote for he was a film critic. So sometimes he would end up flying down to LA and doing press junkets for like the Marvel movies and stuff. And he would always try to come up with a really unique question to ask the actors so that they're like, so that they, laugh or have a funny story to tell, which might be slightly different than the same questions they get asked.
What was your favorite moment recording?
Yeah, things like that. But there were a fair number of people who were interviewing them who were tweeting out earlier in the week asking Wheel of Time fans what questions they would ask the actors. So, did you get that question?
I asked one, yeah. The Screen Rant guy, I did send him a question.
Yeah.
Did he answer it?
I have no idea.
We won't know what the answers are to any of these questions until they release whatever interviews they are. So,
okay.
Yeah, and Mel, you asked a Aiel question from the Screen Rant guy, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I asked who in the show is most Aiel, regardless of whether they're playing an Aiel character. Mm-hmm. And then I also asked, which character scares them the most, and then which performer or person on set scares them the most. And, kind of left that open-ended so that people could interpret that the way that they will, whatever that meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I asked, what's the favorite detail of your costume or costumes? And then also, if you could take home one character's wardrobe, whose would it be?
Those are cool.
Those are good questions.
I love all the costumes. And I just feel like people don't talk about them enough. So,
I mean, I would take home Swan's wardrobe. I just don't know where I'd rock it. I'd find a way. But
you could hold it down. You could handle it.
I'd find a way.
Yeah. So let's share. Speaking of wardrobes, we got some good grabs of everybody's fashion sense. So we're gonna show some of these tweets that Leigh-A found. So let's start with this one.
They're just so. I felt like today we were just inundated by a lot of pictures of the cast together or individually. So
I mean, look at
think
these
this
guys.
is one from the actual junket.
Okay, well, she's wearing a Canadian tuxedo, so we're friends.
Is that what you call that?
Denim on denim is called a Canadian tuxedo.
Aha. Okay. I like it.
That.
And then, that got really weird. Let's not do that again. And then if we switch to this other one.
By the way, you're doing great, Mel.
Yes, you are.
Let's look at this one first, and then we'll look at the zoom in.
Malkier talks as he would not be taking home that swan headpiece we saw. We know how much he loves that. He's just being sarcastic. It's his favorite thing in the entire world.
Yep.
So this one, somebody asked that Yosha just looks like he's supposed to have a cat in his lap. So, and of course, our favorite Kevin Angus.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
A frolic cat. Is that what Is that what we're calling
No,
it?
I think it's just a Kevin cat.
What an adorable cat.
Right?
I bet that one it wouldn't urine tornado all over my house.
Well, and what you didn't see was this is just as I was going to say, Maureen. Rosamund had just finished petting it, and she's about to sweep back up to pet again. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see her petting the Kevin cat. The photographer was a little late on the got the in between.
But also, Yosha, stop with the man spreading, man.
But it kind of works because he's like gesturing. His legs are mirroring his hands, right?
This is
a thing. And if you scroll down, you get to see some pretty epic shoe situation happening over here.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Yosha is wearing suede Birkenstocks.
Are those Birkenstocks or are they loafers?
I don't know. That's what they made me think of.
They're like the Birkenstock clogs.
Yeah, maybe.
He's wearing them without socks, and I don't know how I feel about multiple layers of this.
I will say though, I have those little booty socks that are kind of like the pantyhose material that stick around your feet, but they don't show through on the shoe. So maybe he is wearing socks and just, no, okay.
But it would be on his heel, and I don't see it on his heel. But then if we just
they're low enough that you don't see them. They've got like this little plastic thing at the end. I would get up and get them, but that's not good TV. So.
Wow, that's very fancy. This is not a thing I know about.
I have those for my dress shoes as well. I try not to yuck other people's yums because fashion is such a diverse way of expressing people's selves. But like, dudes wearing shoes without socks for some reason, that's...
Well, you just don't want it to start smelling bad.
Well, and it's also like the loafers without socks. That was in style for a while. Like, come on, guys.
Okay.
Socks are so cool now. You can wear socks with donuts on them now.
So just so we can get off the conversation of gross feet things that make me very uncomfortable, why don't we appreciate Rosamund's shoes? Because they're lovely.
Those are clut.
And kind of look like they would be quite at home next to Torture Wheel. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, they're pretty gladiator.
Yeah. They're pretty fantastic. Badass.
Yeah.
Like, you could stomp on some people with those. Take some people out. Good stuff. Do we have any more? What else we got? What else did you send me? Oh, we got a close-up of her dresses, right? Sorry, what did you say?
I said, let's keep critiquing rich people's fashion. I love that.
Fashion!
I love this segment! Give me all the fashion stuff.
All the fashion! As soon as I figure out which one.
As I sit in my secondhand plaid shirt and a pair of capris.
Hey. Look at her, though.
I know.
Look
I
at this woman.
freaking love that outfit.
I would love to be able to wear pink like that, but
I don't remember who said it, but somebody said she is like the epitome of agelessness, even though
She is.
they didn't. I just like I can't even.
is she
handle
20?
her.
Is she 50? Who knows?
Who knows? But this is just straight fire. This whole situation.
Yep.
And the better version of the shoes. But so I do have a question. Those are pants.
You think so?
That's not a skirt. I think those are pants. So I think that's what we could call like a split skirt from
Skirts divided
For riding?
Yeah, divided skirt, yeah.
After this, she just hopped on a horse and was off into the sunset.
Well,
I
if
would
you're gonna
not put it past her.
If you're gonna stomp on some people, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Don't
need a
wanna
getaway
do it.
horse. So she's got Aldeeb out there ready
In the
to
other room.
help her escape.
So yeah. So that's basically.
I think there was
what
one
we
more
got today.
of Maddie that I
Oh,
sent.
did you send it to me and I just missed
I
it?
put it in the.
Oh,
if
I see
not-
it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, let's show it to Shelly because I like it when Shelly gets verklempt.
We got to show all this stuff to Shelly. This isn't for the foldies at all.
Yeah.
This is for Shelly to get her up to date with what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of
We have
nice
time
to,
for the show.
give Shelly the news in this
Mhm.
way, right? Okay, Shelly, you ready for this?
No.
Yes,
Okay.
Kevin, this is what I'm talking about. And I fucking saw this right before I headed into a 4-hour-long meeting. And I walked in there going, leggy, eggy, leggy, eggy, leggy, eggy. And I was so
Yeah.
mad at you because that word just kept repeating in my head. I'm like, leggy. And then I started singing it in different ways. And I'm trying to focus on all this data that I'm looking at. And I'm just like, leggy, eggy, leggy, leggy, eggy, eggy, leggy, 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 eggy. And I was so mad at you.
I
Oh.
think you're stuck again.
I think I'm stuck again also.
Leia's on a loop.
I'm just gonna Maddie. Speaking of divided skirts for riding, maybe a
Yeah.
different kind of riding, but
Yeah.
definitely divided in a good way.
I mean, she could hop on a horse on that, and I would not complain.
No,
I would
Right.
be jealous, of course.
No. Would you like to be her horse?
I mean,
Yes.
if she asked nicely,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she just looks so fantastic there. Just so beautiful. I love it.
She's
Yeah,
pretty
and
stunning.
And it's just amazing because she's very petite. Like, she is not a tall person, but that makes her look like she's like 6'10" with 19 feet of legs, and just like it's like amazing.
yeah, I'm a fan. It's a
Yeah.
good outfit. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
a great outfit.
It's pretty fantastic. All right. Goodbye, Maddie. We love you.
So.
Okay,
Keep rocking,
friends.
girl. Keep rocking.
I think. Let me just double check that I know what I'm doing.
So this
Okay.
was not today's Daily Veil. This was today's Daily
First.
Daily something. All right. I'm supposed to stop the music. I'm following orders and change to this music.
The more common music.
Right.
Are we supposed to
Because-
stop YouTube now? Are we YouTubing?
Twitter. I don't know if we're Twittering.
Y'all, I ain't got no idea how to do that.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even know if we're
Well,
doing
if we're
that.
on Twitter, they get an extra long day today.
Congratulations, Twitter, if you're with us. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Stick
But
around.
if you're visiting us with Twitter, we don't get to interact with you via chat. So we do recommend you heading over to the Malkier Talks YouTube channel and pop into chat so we can maybe comment back at what you're saying.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. So we're going to today do something that we actually wanted to do last week, but some people had not seen this amazing show that exists called Ted Lasso. For those of you who don't know, this is a show that plays on Apple TV, I think.
Apple TV.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's about an American named Ted Lasso
And his
who
buddy.
ends up getting a gig in the UK to coach a professional football team. I said it right,
So-
didn't I, Shelly?
Yeah.
You did.
But the kind of football they play in the UK, despite the fact that he only knows how to coach American football.
Yeah.
And comedy ensues.
And it is just one of the most wholesome shows. Like, there's stuff that happens that's not good, and like people do get grumpy, but like the characters are almost all like ultimately really nice people, and you know, things resolve really well, and it's just I love it. So
Yeah, because like so many shows rely on miscommunication for the comedy and the drama, and Ted Lasso managed to use communication to create the comedy and the drama.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just something, it's like you're watching it and you're like, man, if only Rand and Moraine had a Ted Lasso with it.
Right?
Right? I mean, I think, yeah, the comment about communication is like the big thing I really learned to love about that show, is because he starts it. Ted Lasso, the character, starts this wave of people speaking how they feel to each other and being honest with each other and bearing their soul to each other when necessary, but rejecting people, and throughout the whole show, which is now finished, like the whole show is over.
There's only 3 seasons. Right?
Every character has a moment where they have learned to communicate better than they did when they started out, and there's so much goodness in it. Anyway, so we're going to fan cast them as Wheel of Time characters in order to maybe potentially inspire some of those communication successes. In our future.
And maybe we'll just get more time with Sam. I'm just going to say, he's really good looking. Apparently, Galad has already been cast, but
I freaking love Sam. Should we start
I would
with
put Sam as Galad.
So also there's just disclaimer, there might be light spoilers for Ted Lasso. We're not really going to get into the plot a lot, but we will talk about the characters and, you know, light spoilers.
Yeah,
Light spoilers.
light spoilers, like how freaking hot Sam is.
Oh
Check
my god,
out
I
this
love
man.
Sam.
He's so good. Wait, can I do this way? No, I just have to put him away. I don't know how to make him. I don't know how to make us on the side. I'm sorry.
You keep clicking buttons.
Very
Just don't
limited
press the end
skill
button.
Okay,
Just
so
pushing buttons. That
So
was Sam.
I have a theory, and I'm kind of
All right.
torn about my own theory.
Okay, give it to me.
Because everybody seems to love Androl in the Wheel of Time. He's actually a character I don't love that much. But for the reasons that other people love Androl, I could see Sam being a good Androl. Like, aside from the fact that he's just like an incredibly beautiful, kind person, in the show, I could see him being Androl. You know, he's efficient, he's good at what he does, he's like got all these different talents because he's got his restaurant, he's got his soccer, like he's
Spoilers.
Yeah, light spoilers. So, yeah. So I can
Well,
see
and also he's apparently a very good lover and
Yeah, and very supportive.
very
and,
supportive.
and,
So that whole
like-
Pavara situation.
And he's got his head in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, throwing this out here, just because I don't want to go with like the obvious characters. But what do you think about like the Dobrain like character?
I think Dobrain would be good. I was also thinking Talmanace. So,
Okay,
like, I think
I have
Sam's a little
Talmanace
bit more
reserved for another
verbose.
person. He's reserved.
Yeah, okay.
I can't do that. But give me your Talmanace, right?
Well, again, just kind of always there, always supportive. Hi, Rob. I don't know.
Hey,
if I
Rob.
know you. Okay.
Oh, hi, Rob.
Bye, Rob. Also a man of many talents, but also kind of the glue of the team, like the unspoken glue. It's that invisible glue that you can't see, and it's like, how does it all hold together?
Mhm.
That's both Sam and Talmanace.
Mhm.
So
He's
I don't know.
He's
I'm not married to that though.
okay.
I have another theory. I have a different person for Talmanes.
Me too.
So
Yeah. I'm curious to see if we're the same. All right. Do we have any theories?
I'm familiar with a Ted Lasso character, so I'm shooting from the hip today.
All good. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else. Like, I'm just trying to think of anyone else in the Wheel of Time who, like, I just unilaterally love because I think they're just like sweet and awesome and kind and caring. And
and that's the hard part because there isn't really like just a overall very sweet person.
Yeah, like maybe Almond Bunt, but
I love that.
I mean,
I love Almond Bunt.
Sam can play whoever he wants. Like I would want him to drive a fucking cart of apples.
Yeah.
But I would want to see more of him. Oh, what about Jane Farstrider?
Okay.
Noel?
Maybe.
Yeah. Like Sam loves to tell his stories, man of many talents.
Okay.
Just like genuinely happy all the time. Like Noel is pretty happy all the time and just, useful in a tight situation. And
he could also be a Brigitta. Everybody thinks Brigitta's super cool. Everybody loves her. She's like kind of badass secretly.
Mm-hmm. She has like a moral compass.
Yeah. I also think she's a little bit too grumpy for Sam though.
That's true.
Wolf, so Kevin thinks Gaul. And then Wolf Brother thinks Sam could be Talonvor.
He would make me dislike Talonvor more. Less. I would make me like Talonvor more.
If Sam were Talonvor, if they cast the actor that plays Sam as Talonvor, we could he can be in any role he wants.
Exactly.
Or it's Sam as Talonvor, right?
Yeah.
Not that just the actor.
Sam as Talonvor.
They
can, I think Wheel of Time, the TV show, has done a good job of like translating the character we know's like character flaws in more mature and interesting ways. So I think that they could do a similar thing with Talonvor and make his character flaws more dynamic and less, I don't know, like two-dimensional.
Less whiny because a woman doesn't love me back.
Okay.
Better pester her.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we did Sam. Leigh-A, who would you like to fan cast next?
I don't remember any of their names, so just random generator, one of them. Yes.
How about let's go with Rebecca.
Oh my god, I love her. Great follow up, also.
Why not? Let's link them together. Okay, so to me, she's naive. Like hands down.
Interesting.
She's got major anger issues that she's got to overcome, right? But underneath all of that, there's a heart of gold, right?
Yep.
A person who's been betrayed, who kind of like carries her hurt on her shoulders until she figures out how to let it go. Maybe much like Nynaeve learned how to finally break her block.
I was going to say for all the same exact reasons, Suan.
Interesting.
See, I was going to put her as, what's her name that helped Elaine during the Succession plot?
Oh,
Dylan.
Yeah.
I love Dylan.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because like she mentors Kaylee. She's kind of like badass and awesome and ruling a world in her own right. Old, again, love old and attractive that we see in Wheel of Time. Like not limiting hotness to age is one of my favorite things about the way they've done the casting. And yeah, like Dylan's a complicated character, and you don't always know Dylan's motivations. You do kind of know Rebecca's, but I like that like they're both complicated in their motivations. It's like, why are they doing this? It's not just it's like it's revenge, but it's also hurt.
Well, I feel like in the first season you don't. Like you're not really certain about her in the first season.
Yeah.
Or especially at the beginning of the first season, but then as she progresses a little bit. Yeah, light spoilers. But then first season. That was years ago. But
Ooh, there are
yeah.
some really good suggestions in the chat. We've got Varen.
Ooh, yep. Crush Baron.
It's a good one.
Mm.
Kevin said Elaine, but then he says Nynaeve is better later on. I really like this from Goat Brother. He said Melaine.
Ooh, yes.
It's a good one.
Got the sassiness in there.
Yeah, and we got Morgaze from Hybrid Havoc.
Oh man, she would crush more.
She'd be crushing Morgaze, but I feel like it's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Like she would, I think my instinct would be to be like Morgaze, but maybe only because she's like a mature female leader, you know?
I also do think she plays all that heartbreak really well. So like in the show, just like the betrayal and the heartbreak and the confusion of what, like knowing the responsibility and what her options are, like what should she do?
Yeah. And like how to deal with the vulnerability of that as a person in a position of power and the conflict that creates. Oh man. Oh, can I tell you how much I love Ted Lasso? So much.
Yeah. I really want to see Morgaze sing Let It Go. So this
Ooh. Yeah, and she can sing. Rebecca,
oh my gosh,
the
she's such a good singer.
is incredible. So there would have to be a Wheel of Time musical number, and she would be like the main star. It's her and oh my god, I'm totally blanking on his name. The guy that plays Tom, which would be perfect with her, Morgaze and Tom getting back together and doing a duet as a forgiveness song.
Oh
my god.
Forgiveness. It's more than saying sorry.
Okay. I
You
don't
know
know
that song?
No, I don't know that one.
Forgiveness. That's how it goes. Okay. Let's get another one up here.
Right.
Shelly, pick one.
McAdoo.
McAdoo!
McAdoo!
Let's get him up! This picture's so good.
So, Shelly, do you have somebody that you think he should be?
I mean, I can't fully claim 100% for this because Kev was very angry when he found out we would be fan casting Ted Lasso without him.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kev.
Sorry, Kev.
He suggested, and I 100% agree, that McAdoo is Perrin. Hands down. Kind of reluctant leadership. Has a couple anger and communication issues, like doesn't always express his anger in the most productive way possible. Sometimes overthinks things. I mean, frequently overthinks things and, lets that get in the way of him moving forward. And
he's the one that gives the haircuts.
He is the one that gives the haircuts. One haircut a year. Use it well.
Which is clutch.
I cannot argue with that. Like, I cannot think of a better.
And he honestly kind of looks like Marcus. So like, that does help the case a lot.
His
but
consternation face definitely echoes Marcus's consternation face. Yeah, for sure. Oh man.
The only other one I could think of, maybe, even though he doesn't cuss a lot, is like an Uno. Again, for very similar reasons, like not necessarily. Uno does like understand his role, but then is reluctant to take on more. He's just kind of like, okay, I'll just flaming do it.
Okay.
But just kind of like very solid, always there. You can count on Uno like throughout the entire book series. Is like Uno is there at the most crucial moments and providing help and leadership and insight, and like we'll get you out of a bad situation.
I think.
Go ahead, Mel.
I was gonna put Roy Kent up for that, but I think our dear friend only uploaded the pictures I sent and not the pictures that Uncle Ulti sent him, so we don't actually have the Roy Kent picture.
Oh no!
Because I was thinking Roy Kent makes a great Uno.
Of course, because the cussing.
But also similarly for the arguments that you just made about
Mhm.
like knows his place, like very like despite his curmudgeonly demeanor, very reliable,
True,
all of those
true.
things, Oh man, okay, maybe I can. If anybody wants to send me pictures, I can load them up here. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
Kent.
y'all DM Mel pictures of various Ted Lasso characters, and
I guess yes. We need
on
beard.
Discord.
We need beard. We need Keely. We need
Ted, probably, I'm sure.
what's his name? The operations manager guy.
The guy with glasses.
The guy with glasses. Yeah, we don't even have Keely in here. What a mess. We're fine. All right, new character. Okay, I'm gonna pull one up. That I think is particularly
Kev's
applicable
back.
to our show. Are you ready?
Okay.
Do I know who that is?
Oh, that's
It's the waitress at the you recognize her as the waitress at the restaurant that what's his name is always trying to get a table at.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
the Greek restaurant.
The Greek restaurant, the best
and he
restaurant
finally
in
gets
town.
one for his dad to try to impress him.
Yes, and she keeps like cock blocking his ability to get a good restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Nate
Nate.
Shelley's adversary. Her name is Jade. This character's name is Jade. Yes. And I think she's like, her deadpan face is perfect Aiel face. Right?
Yeah, she's an Aiel hint. I like
She's
it.
100% an Aiel. I was like, that is Bain.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, she just like thwarts him so much. For context, for those of you who know Ted Lasso much better, Leigh-A has not seen the final season, so we're trying not to spoil her on the final season.
Honestly, like, I'm not even concerned. It's going to be months until I see it, and I will probably forget all the light spoilers. So spoil away. I always see it when I go visit the lovely Christini. She and her husband love the show so much, and they love me so much that they don't mind putting all the love together and rewatching Ted Lasso with me and dealing with my like, what's about to happen, and because I just ask a ton of questions. I'm obnoxious to watch.
Oh, you're
TV
one of
with.
those.
I cannot be, but I know it. Like, they pretend not to get annoyed, and then I just start pushing buttons, and then and also there's usually a little bit of wine involved. So
what? From you?
That doesn't sound right.
I don't use a little.
Okay.
I'm sending you pictures in Discord, Mel.
Yes, I'm gonna pull. Hybrid Havoc did a great job and just sent me a whole bunch. Thank you so much, Hybrid Havoc.
Much tea.
If I
rum and rattle. And you know what we should do to reward Hybrid Havoc?
What
Can
should we do?
butt rock?
Ooh.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Or should we wait until we
rock?
can cast somebody as a land to butt rock?
One moment.
Butt rock.
Hey, I did it.
Because I'm not going to lie, I was kind of seeing Roy Kent as a more vulgar version of Lan.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that because of that noble
solid,
instinct.
like, we'll just glare at you.
Uh-huh.
Is there for his lady. And look at, honestly, just everybody. Like, he's kind of there for all of his people. He's the protector of everyone. Will fuck somebody up if he needs to. And again, just like more, if Lan was to cuss like Uno, that would be the perfect mashup.
Okay. So speaking of Roy, thanks to Hybrid Havoc. Let's pull them up. Okay. This is just the best picture.
Is he on a scooter?
It's
On a
a
bike.
bicycle. It's a
You-
Oh, it's
bicycle.
a bike. Oh,
You're gonna love it. There's some
You'll get to this
bicycles.
episode and it is great.
It's so good. So good.
And yes, Goat Brother, I totally agree. Roy and his niece are the most amazing things. And I feel like that's Lan with all of the Emmonsfielders minus Nynaeve. Where he's just like, yeah, life is just fucked up sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just like,
Eat your ice cream.
I love this scene where he's walking with his niece and he's like, "Oi, do you want to go to my podiatrist appointment tomorrow?" And she's like, "Oh yes, Uncle Roy." Like, it's just like,
And he wears like the pretty princess tiaras with her,
Mhm.
but he's just like, yes, he's fucked up. And she's like, but you look so good.
I'm sorry, I'm just giggling over here because the pictures Hybrid Havoc sent are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Really entertained by them. Okay.
So
I have 3 more to add. Hold on.
Kev had a suggestion of who Roy Kent is.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh wait, nope, I was wrong. He has one for Nate, and he has one for Coach Beard, but he didn't give me Roy Kent.
So I remember what happened with Nate at the end of season 2. So I'm very interested to see what happens in season 3. And I don't maybe I will just take my earbuds out while you guys discuss Nate. Because I feel like in order to fully discuss him, you probably have to. And that is the one thing I will
Okay, I
remember.
can do a non-season 3
I'll
Nate.
do high level Nate.
Yeah. Do we have Nate?
I just sent you a Nate.
You sent me a Nate?
I sent you a Nate in our Threefold Talk Discord.
Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
So I will give my impression
Good
or my
Nate, good
thoughts of Nate up to season 2.
Mhm.
He's kind of
Hold on. Let's do some. I
Did we
already
ever
have
decide
that, so
on
we can
Roy
show a picture.
we said
we're
it
gonna-
Uno.
We're gonna do a palette cleanse for a moment while I get these other ones uploaded. So, for both of you, who would this character be for you?
oh my god. I think I remember that guy.
He was the original coach of the team, and then he became a commentator. And then in season 3,
Oh, I
he
don't
takes
remember that guy.
but he always wears super short shorts.
So short, the short shorts.
Oh my god, he's like the most pathetic Forsaken. Like, who's the Forsaken we all feel the
I was
saddest
gonna say
for?
he's Samael because his shorts are so short.
Yeah, he could be Samael.
Because so pathetically short.
What's not Agenor, the other one that dies right at the beginning? Balthamel?
Balthamel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just never does. And then Balthamel becomes Halima, right? Or no, I always get that confused.
Yeah.
No, Agenor becomes Halima.
Yeah.
Oh, and Balthamel is
The other one.
Yeah, not Marishma.
Deshiva?
Dashiva, yeah. Oh yeah, so he's very derpy.
Yeah.
I have the
And
word
it really
just-
doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Okay. He's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's his name is George Cartrick or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's good stuff. Let's see what other people have weighed in. They think Samael. Hybrid Havoc agrees that he's Samael. Okay. Awesome. Do you want to talk about Nate now? We can talk
Yeah.
about Nate.
Let's talk about Nate.
Here's our friend Nate.
Oh, so I was correct. It's Balthamel becomes Halima, and Agenor becomes Dashiva.
Really? I always had it that. I don't know.
I don't know. Hold on, I've got a companion somewhere.
It's so confusing.
It's okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
this is Kev's
so
theory.
okay, let's hear it.
Leia, this may be minor spoilers, but it's up to you.
Wave
So-
your hands when I can put these back in.
Okay. Nate is Rand. He's got daddy issues. He goes from good to evil, back to good. he wants power but doesn't want power and is like upset about the cost of power in the third season.
So good. For
Also-
kind of similar reasons, I was on the
I
Gowan
kind of like
train
want to
with
put my
Nate.
hand over chat just in case also.
I was kind of on the Gowan train with him for
On
kind
the
of
Gowan
similar
train?
reasons because of the misplaced motivations,
Yeah.
the misplaced gallantry, you know,
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that.
ends up shooting him in the foot, you know.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Also, if you look on the internet, the guy who plays Nate, I can't remember his name. There's a video of him singing a song called Bag of Bags, and it's literally just him singing Bag of Bags, pulling bags out of another bag for like 2 minutes. Fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
His name is Nick Mohammed.
Okay, yeah. Look up Nick Mohammed, Bag of Bags. I don't know why. It cracks me up.
Bags. I really love that. That's
Yeah.
lovely. Patrick Lightbody says that Nate is Aram.
Yes.
Mm.
That makes sense. Because I was also going to say, I mean, the only other one I could think of was Massima, but he's not grumpy at first. Like, he's a nice, kind soul at first. So Aram makes so much more sense.
All
So,
good. All good.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
choices for sure. Oh,
Or
man.
like Shariam, where they're just like all nice and forward presenting, but then like again, this like into season 2
like
only
stab you in the back.
stabs you in the back, is
Mhm.
on the dark side, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? You literally just ripped my heart out.
Also, our show is full spoilers.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed.
Yep.
Okay, let's pull up Keely because we haven't talked enough about Keely and she's just utterly delightful.
I love Keely.
There's Keely.
She's the
Look at her.
I
She's
really
the
didn't think I would
best.
like Keely at first. Like I'm like,
Yep.
but then you just have to love her. You cannot be annoyed or angry or mad at Keely ever. So, and for
She's-
somebody who isn't into like the bully type of person, like I'm not punch you in the face, bitch, but I love her.
The
I
thing-
almost feel like she's the hardest one. Like I don't like it's hard to find a Wheel of Time equivalent for her.
Because she really is optimism.
Yeah, like she's so optimistic and so
When especially from the
supportive.
female perspective, like that, there's
Yeah.
just not a lot of women who were written that way.
Yeah,
they're
I gotta agree with Kevin here. I mean, Elaine, I think, is the closest for her
Mm.
because there is that like bubble component, but also like an extreme competence that
Mhm.
is kind of that she doesn't necessarily realize about herself, and it's also
until she gets her
not
mentor,
appreciated by others as well.
Island,
Right.
yeah.
and that fits.
So good. So good.
Or
we've got some
remembers her
Thailand
mother.
suggestions here from
Yes.
Brother 7.
Thailand, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What about Barrelane?
Oh, that would be really good. I think
That's a good
Barrelane might
one.
win. I think Barrelane might win.
That's a really good
She's
one.
competent.
Highly competent.
Yep.
But
Like,
also
judged by the way she looks.
underestimated
assumed to-
because of the way she looks
Mhm.
and acts. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, Shelly, I think you hit it. That's
Ellie,
really
yeah, you're
good.
so right. That's amazing. Well done.
Agree with it. I love Kayla.
She's
You
so
should get a
great.
butt rock for that.
You should. That would be
You
great.
should get a butt rock for
You
that
should
one.
get one. Let's give you one. Here.
Immediately.
Butt rock.
Butt rock.
Here we go. Wait, I think I know how Rob does this. He does this, and then maybe we're just getting an extra line.
Butt rock.
Go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Woohoo,
Wait.
it went.
How do I make it go away? Oh, there we go. Got it.
I mean, I'm okay. The only sad thing you don't make it go away is we can't look at other Ted Lasso characters.
Yay! More Ted Lasso characters. Okay. This one's a favorite of mine, and I think we're gonna have to do some minor spoilers for season 3 for this, Leigh-A. Minor, no big deal.
I'm fine with minor. Like, I just know Nate is. Oh, that's the guy, the reporter.
Love Trent.
I love him.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. So in season 3, just FYI, like he gets a more like regular role in the show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because he decides to write a book about the team.
Interesting. Okay.
So we get to see more of him, and he just Trent Crims like all over the whole show. For like,
he's loyal. If he's writing a book about everyone, he's loyal.
At first, I thought you meant he's loyal, like LOYAL, not.
See, for me,
loyal.
For me, Trent Crim is Telmanis.
Interesting.
Because he's curmudgeon-y?
Because he sits back and he watches, and then he like has, you know, like just the right comment when he pops it in there.
That's what she said.
I
don't know that I'd go.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree that Telmanis does that, but I don't see him as Telmanis because he's also kind of like Telmanis is kind of like Matt's boy from the beginning.
Wolf Brother 7 agrees with me. I like the way you said out. Cow mayonnaise.
But I don't know who I would say. Shelly, who did you say?
I said loyal, but only because he's writing a book. I mean, he's kind of wise.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff in the 3rd season that you can't Melindhra for Trent.
Because of the hair.
The hair is so pretty. It's so pretty.
He does have very luxurious hair.
He's very pretty. But he's not. It's so hard. Like maybe
kind of grumpy-ish. Because he's like super intelligent but very grumpy.
What's
Harry
his name?
Fell.
But Harry Fell is so ditzy though. Like he's just like too smart that he just can't keep a single train of thought.
So an Aes Sedai character then, right?
Yeah, like he's definitely White Aja.
Well,
Yeah.
Mark B says Ashaman Flynn, which I think is interesting. Yes.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
I like this. I like the way we're moving here. I don't think we've like like I really like Telmanis, but you haven't convinced me otherwise. But I'm waiting. I think we're gonna get there.
Love is always like Trent Crim, the Independent.
Trent Crim, the Independent. So good. He's so good.
Oh, what about Carolyn Damadred's husband? What the fuck's his name? He's a Kyrie.
That might be a little too niche, and also you're talking about Kyrie and they all look the same to me.
Well, no, but her Derek. So Carolyn's the cousin that marries the Tyrion, and they were all out in the woods together.
I do remember that, but I just like his Kyrian, and he just looks like Kyrian.
He could be the Seafolk husband. Like keeping all the records and like, you know, being like scholar in the background.
What are they called?
The cargo master or something.
Cargo
like
master.
Yeah.
Or he could be, shoot, I had another one. The spy. What's his name? The spy who keeps pretending he's a secretary.
Oh,
starts with B, right?
I think it starts with a B.
Seven Balwer.
Balwer.
He's just
like
slightly not slimy enough by the 3rd season to be this.
That fits. But I feel like Baller doesn't have quite as pretty of a hair. So I
like that you call him Baller. That's good. I'm gonna call him Baller because he is kind of a baller.
He is kind of baller.
Yeah. I love
I bet
it.
he wishes he was a baller. He wishes he was a little bit taller. He wish he had Trent Crimm's hair.
Right? It fits.
All right.
Shelly for the win.
We've done so many, but we got. I think we have to do two more.
I mean, we have to do beard. We have
very
to do
important ones. Here, let's go with beard. Here's beard.
Okay. So again, I can't claim this. This is 100% Kev.
Okay.
And I agree with you. Beard is tall Mana's.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was thinking that, but I think it's too obvious.
It's on the nose, but I mean, he's
But
tall Mana's.
that's what Fancasting is. It's on the nose.
Yeah.
He's got the sarcastic remarks in the background. He knows, he's so competent.
But he knows all the things. Yeah.
He knows all the things.
See,
and he just gets spit done when Ted can't.
I was thinking that beard is Swan Sanche.
Maybe he's Leigh-A.
No, he's not sexy enough to be Leigh-A.
I'm thinking Swan Sanche after she becomes Egwene's mentor, backup, knower of all the rules.
Post severing,
post Amerlin, post severing Swan Sanche. Latter books Swan Sanche. Ooh, we've got some strong Matt nominees.
Mm-hmm.
We got Beard from Matt here.
Oh, we have
and
Bail
another one from Hybrid Havoc. Ooh, Bail Doman. That's actually really good. Actually,
yep, I like that.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good.
Makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
I still think Tomines, but well, and just that one episode with his crazy night out is kind of very Matt-ish, but
it is.
Lucky Night.
One Ted Lasso episode I don't actually like.
I don't like that one either. Yeah, it's I'm not really sure what the point is. Maybe it's just to focus a little bit more on the chaos that is Beard's life. So Beard just seems like this very plain person that has it together, super smart, knows exactly can finish your sentences, but
yeah, I think Beard is best when he just shows up in the David Bowie cat outfit, and you're I don't know how he got here, but he's here. Or was it a pig?
Yeah,
it was.
I don't even know.
The David Bowie something. Piggy Stardust. That was it. Piggy Stardust.
That's what it was. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
That's
and his so bizarre relationship with what's her face, Jane Payne.
Yeah.
Jane Payne. Just but he loves her.
I do not like that.
It's inexplicable, but I love it so much. It's so good. I was asking if we've done Jamie. We haven't done Jamie. In the sense of fan casting him.
We haven't.
Do
we have a Jamie picture?
Let's find out.
He was in the Roy Kent picture.
He was in the Roy Kent picture.
Yes, Hybrid Havoc sent me this Jamie picture, which is pretty fabulous.
Same episode, but also
same episode as the bicycle.
Oh my god, just Roy Kent crash.
Minor spoilers.
Minor spoilers.
See, Jamie Tart to me is Matt.
He does make a pretty good Matt. It's and he makes an extra good show Matt.
Very good show Matt. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And for the same reasons of their character transition too, right?
Just such a douchebag to start off. Matt's not really a douchebag to start off with.
But in the books he is. In the books he's a douchebag.
I don't think
Dagger
he's poison. He's poisoned. He's not by choice a douchebag. He's just
he's a douchebag and then he's poisoned, then he's a depressed douchebag.
Then he's a cursed douchebag.
Then he's yeah. But he starts out being really annoying too. He's got to mature a little bit. He's got to, die a few times.
Who does Jamie Tart remind me of? A little bit of Evan Hopwell. He's kind of the young annoying guy at first, and then all of a sudden he's this mature ass kicker, and everyone's what?
Almost he got a whole bunch of memories imprinted in his head on how to be noble and brave and an upstanding member of society.
You know what Jamie Tart is? He's like a reverse
Not
Gawain.
gonna give it to me.
Jamie Tart is a backwards Gawain, in that we start disliking him and then we end loving him, and he goes from douchebag to awesome. Because I loved Gawain at the beginning. I was like,
I did too.
Cool. And then I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I'm with you. I really liked Gawain too.
He's like a swapped Gawain.
I like that. So we just watch the show in reverse, and that's how we fan cast Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Hey, it's Three Full Talk. We do what the fuck we want.
We do what we want. We do what we want. We could curse and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Do I have a Ted Lasso picture? I do. Good for me. Here we are. He's Ted.
There's like no Ted in the series. Maybe like Tam.
Loyal.
Tam or loyal, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Tam, but
Tam's not happy enough.
But Tam doesn't have any like. Tam is an
or
accessory.
like
He's not a main character.
Bran Alvear is almost like the we can go do this. We got it.
I'm with you on the Bran Alvear. I'm with you on that. For sure.
Like, very overly positive, and he's got a Marin in the background being like, really?
The women's circle just coming behind, sweeping up his mess, but he's like real earnest. He's really earnest about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. I do like that Bran Alvear. Aw. Fucking Ted. He's so good.
He's like just so proud of his little daughter.
Ooh, we got some people agreeing with us. Some Tams here. We got some loyals here. It's pretty good. Ooh. Sorry, I want to pull this up because it's a really good comment. Oh, wait. No, not that one. Sorry. That wasn't a good comment, Julie. I just meant
we love all textiles.
I meant Mark's comment. Jamie has a bit of a Fail arc.
Oh, interesting.
I liked that comment. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
That is interesting.
We got some Rodel Iturralda for Ted. Love that. Mm-hmm. I do love that.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
more so like if we were picking a great captain, you think he's more Rodel Iturralda than Davin?
Oh yeah, he's definitely more.
Oh, I mean, he's got the mustache, but
I mean, he does have the mustache.
He does have the mustache, but he would never yell at his wife.
And he's a kid, and he would never yell at his wife, huh?
He would never. Ted would never yell at his wife.
Yes, but maybe eventually.
Well, I feel like if he thought it would make her happy, he would. Like if he thought that that's what would keep the marriage together, and it might have taken him a while to figure it out, a la Perrin.
So he's maybe younger Davin Bashir before he got trained by his wife.
Yeah, and maybe that's why
still has the knowledge to like lead his team.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's good
because I do feel like Bashir is much more of a peppy leader, but he's not even peppy though. So neither I
think Davin Bashir is like nihilistic happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, I don't see any of the great captains being like the
cheerleader type.
Yeah, also like he just has such a naivety to him. So like he knows American football. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing with.
I don't really
not American football.
I know that on the surface, Ted's character presents as naivety.
Well, he just hasn't done the research to figure out how soccer works, but he's a go-getter. He's going to go and try. And the reason he's successful is because his players are competent enough that he just the only thing he really needs to do for them is to get them to work together as a team and to help them communicate. And it's kind of what we were saying in the beginning is like, that is the skill set that he has. Like, he doesn't really need to coach them in football. He needs to coach them in life and make them better people, which makes them better players.
There is some Androl love happening again
Ooh.
over here for Ted.
He could be an Androl.
Could be an Androl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because like the Wheel of Time is not an inherently optimistic series. It's not a super sad series, but that's true.
But Androl is optimistic. Like, he is very positive, very optimistic.
That's almost always why I feel like he doesn't fit as a character. But
maybe he's Oliver.
He's Oliver. I love it. And he just ends up saving the entire world. Okay,
just accidentally through sheer delightfulness.
Yep.
I'm just gonna blow this horn, maybe. It'll be fine. It's all good.
I love the idea of Oliver coming in and being like, I don't know how to run your army, but I'm going to inspire you anyway.
I'm going to be here anyway.
I'm going to be here, and I'm just going to like...
Oliver's the one that helps Matt figure out the whole like letter thing. So,
he does.
I mean, like that is very Ted Lasso. Like, I'm just going to like start saying stuff, and then you're going to be like, that makes a lot of sense. And you're like, it was complete nonsense.
He's kind of a Jane Farstrider, actually. Now that like we're talking about it, I'm like, Noel is a somewhat optimistic character.
True.
That's true.
Lots of pieces of advice.
Yeah.
Mustaches, I believe.
Lots of weird sayings and stories. Ooh.
Yep.
I was gonna say Linny just now because of the weird sayings, but I don't think. I think
Linny's too crotchety.
Yeah, she's too.
I was gonna use that exact word.
She's
That's a weird word, right?
I know. It's like crotch, Eddie.
Yeah. Would we only use that word to describe women?
No.
We
just use it to describe.
I definitely. Nope. I'm not gonna say that on TV. Or what are we? The internet.
Yeah.
I'm 90 near as the internet. I'm not saying that out loud.
I've definitely called someone a crotchety old man, not to their face.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I have too. Yes. Okay.
I have to their face.
Another favorite, Danny Rojas as Oliver. I love that.
Oh yeah,
man.
Football is life. Death.
Okay, we have some. Oh man, we got Danny Rojas requests. We have Rupert requests over here. Should we do two more? Since we're almost kind of like at our 9:30 hit.
I didn't realize we were going to go so long with this segment.
I love it. Such a good time. Let's keep going. Okay.
Things we love.
It wouldn't be Threefold Talk if we didn't go over on our segments. This motherfucker.
Robin.
This motherfucker is robbing.
He's Robin.
100%. Like, I don't even have to talk about it. He's Robin.
He's
sure.
Robin. Fucking with women. Being a jerk.
Also,
very
Massima.
Self-confident. Massima? Nah.
Just like ruining things to ruin things.
Because I sometimes feel like Massima's like maniacal like craziness is not necessarily something that he's in utter control of, but Rupert is precise with his decisions, and he slices like a knife, and that's Robin for sure.
What about like Taim? The Mahale Taim?
Mazrum Time?
I think
maybe
it's better.
Maybe. The only reason I go with Robin is because of the womanizing. And like the manipulating women. Like,
okay.
Every time, like, I have to say, I hate this character. Man, they casted him well. Every time he walks on the TV, I was like, boo.
He's so good, and especially like because that actor has played so many heroes in the past, and I was like, how do I hate him?
Wait, who has he played? Because he looks very familiar.
He was Miles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, her like
Miles,
mentor guy.
Oh my god! That's the same person?
Yes!
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's Rexy, eh? This is your. Take a minute.
No, they're not allowed to do that.
Oh, so good.
Take a minute.
Why?
Are you okay, Leigh-A?
No.
I know. He's so good.
I know.
Is it Miles?
Next.
It's Giles.
Giles. Whatever. I'm very upset right now because
I'm
they're
sorry.
not allowed to exist in the same world.
Let's do Palate Cleanser. Let's pull Danny Rojas up.
Yes. Okay.
Danny Roja.
Where are you, Danny Rojas?
Ah!
Here he is. I love him so much.
And he's the one that is obsessed with shoes, right?
There is an episode where he has to wear dress shoes and he's very uncomfortable. But I think
That's right. Yes, and he can't. It's a Christmas episode, right?
No, it's a funeral episode. He has
It's
to wear
a
dress
it's a
shoes.
it's a funeral episode. Yes. Where the other guy that we're not talking about that we just talked about. Yeah.
I love Danny Rojas.
He's just so awesome.
He's so fantastic.
And he's got so few lines. And
Yeah.
Leigh-A, can you
But
do
like he
this for
steals the show.
the World Cup episode where he's fucking with Van Damme and the Mexican is being mean to the Canadian? It's just the funniest thing in the world.
It's so good. I love that. Like he just, I could never get a read on if that was just like, this is what we do in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like this is my, or if he's literally.
They go to the World Cup.
Some of the characters.
No,
do.
some of the characters
Oh,
do,
okay.
not the.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Some of the characters go to the
That
World
might
Cup
have
and they
been very loud,
represent
people. I
they
apologize
represent
for-
their countries, so they are on different teams.
Oh, that's
So-
fun. So it's a little bit outside the typical.
It's a B plot in one of the episodes.
Okay,
But it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Anyways, Danny Roja, I again one of those people I have trouble putting in the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I'm having a hard
Again,
time.
maybe Evan Hopwell, just like because he's so
I was gonna say like
Is he
maybe
so
like
innocent?
Narishma or
Because he's pretty.
I like. Well, yeah, because he's pretty and also just like nice and also like very supportive and there for his people. So like there's a lot of the Ashaman that do kind of fit that, but they're just they're smaller characters. So you just don't really notice them a lot, but there is a lot of very oh gosh, what about the Two Rivers guys that go to the Black Tower that are helping Andrel? Like there's a lot of them that are very optimistic and they're very supportive.
In a way, if we gender swap, he reminds me of a Gween. Only because like someone once described, if you ever go back on the Tor.com archives, there's like a reread by a woman named Leigh-A or Leigh. And she does these amazing rereads and she describes
Leigh,
Great.
Yeah, she describes
I've actually used a lot of her articles.
Yeah, she describes a Gween as the ooh girl, ooh, pick me, I can do it, pick me. And that's what Danny Roja reminds me of.
He's the pick me boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like she's just matured beyond. So like maybe he becomes
so
he
you're saying
a lot of growth.
Danny Roja needs to get picked. He needs to lead a team, and then he's gonna like totally lead a team to victory.
Yeah,
we just haven't seen it yet from him.
Yeah.
And
So he's like
that's his future.
Book 2, 3, maybe 4. A queen.
Yeah. I love that. I like that a lot, actually.
He's a leggy eggy.
He's a leggy eggy.
He's a leggy eggy.
I mean, I sent Mel a pretty attractive picture of him. He's also easy on the eyes.
I mean, I'm not going to be mad about you having sent that to me. Ooh, look, we have a silver tooth.
Silver tooth.
Home safe from travel. Someone in pop and say hi.
Hi,
silver tooth.
All right.
Love that. Love that.
Were we gonna do one last one? What's his name? The accountant.
Oh.
Why can I not remember his name?
It was further up in chat.
Higgins.
Higgins. Which is so British.
I don't think I have a Higgins. But Higgins for me is Tamil Thor.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like a more bumbling.
I don't know. I mean, I know he's bumbling, but I don't think that gets in the way of his competency.
Yeah.
It's just like a side thing of him. I think
He's still competent.
he's still highly competent.
I did see
Maybe
earlier.
more of an Abel Cawthon.
Yeah, someone earlier called him a Varen, which I don't.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Gets shit done, but everybody underestimates him. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Also,
very on the
that's-
nose.
Somebody would be Kev. Kev called him it.
I've heard that we have Kevs in the chat. Not familiar with them personally. Herod Fell. You'd be a good Herod Fell.
I like that. I
Oh,
like
okay, yeah.
Well,
that.
fun
We also
fact
have
about
a
the show,
vote for loyal for Higgins as well.
Higgins, the guy who the woman who plays Higgins' wife is his wife in real life.
I don't know if I
Wow,
knew
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah, and so apparently they're actually like that. They're just.
Oh my god, that's their actual. That is so amazing.
They have that adorable, healthy relationship.
Do they have 10,000 children in real life also?
That I don't know, but
Okay.
I love that.
6
That's
kids is
great.
a lot of kids.
It's a lot. That's a number. That's a number I don't even like.
Oh,
to
the
think about.
Christmas episode.
I love that episode.
I just love that he's like. I love that episode because it shows you that you don't necessarily really know a person, right? You think you know a person in one environment and you have formed this whole opinion about them, and then you see them in another environment and it can completely change your worldview of them. And it's good to be reminded of that you don't always know everything about someone. So
and I love that episode. I love that particular aspect of that episode. But another reason I love that episode is that I have spent so many Christmases just not able to physically go home. So it's the family that you choose and that invites you in. I very much associate with that. So there's been very few Christmases that I've in my adult life ever spent with my family. And actually, like I was mentioning earlier, I go stay with Christine at Christmas just because my family is so all over the place. My sisters are married and they go to their husbands' houses. So we just don't do a family Christmas. So I go and spend it with and this is why I love the Wheel of Time community, because they're, Christine and her husband are like, yeah, you're coming and say
yeah.
When are you getting here? Did you get your tickets yet?
Yeah.
So
that's lovely. I love
that. So
I think Patrick has the comments of the evening. Casting Higgins as that innkeeper from that room.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
You make a great innkeeper.
You just won.
Great innkeeper.
Okay,
Patrick just won the chat.
Yeah, I kind of want to rapid fire a few. The French football player. I can't remember his name. He could be a Gawain.
Jan? Is it Jan? No, that's the Dutch one.
That's the Dutch one who's always very honest and kind of like a
Ricard Montelot. Is that his name? I'm just saying it in Richard Montelot? Montlar?
Do you have the IMDb page of the show?
I have the characters up. Yeah. I think that's the French
you're just
guy.
So in French, it's Richard.
Sure.
Richard Montelot.
Richard Montelot.
I love him. I think he's a great character. And just the supporting characters in the show make it. And he could totally be a Gawain. Pretty, kind of dumb, doesn't always understand things. The Dutch guy is definitely also a Galad.
Jan Maas.
He's a Galad, like, because he's just like so like by the book.
That's great. Colin Hughes.
Oh, Colin.
We
He's
can't
so
talk about him.
and happy.
Thierry Zorro.
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 Leia, you need to watch the 3rd season.
Because you mean Van Damme, right? No.
Because Van Damme.
I'm not Zorro, I'm Zorro.
Christine, I need to come visit you now because I need to see this shit.
So good. So good. Okay. What about Dr. Sharon?
Dr. Sharon is friggin' amazing, and I argue that she's the Forsaken who's the evil psychologist.
Ooh.
Cimarron?
Cimarron. Yeah, because she's like, I think she's got an evil. I like her.
So I think
You don't think
Mesa
she's
is technically
like Sora Leah? You couldn't give her Sora Leah. You had to like make her Forsaken.
I think Sorlia makes a lot more sense. Like just grumpy, like we're just doing this, and you're gonna do what I say. And no, I don't have time for your bullshit. Sorlia makes a lot more sense because she's not mean. Like Cimarron wants to boil your blood because she just wants to see what it looks like. I don't feel like that therapist is going to want to boil your blood just to see what happens because it amuses her.
That's
fair.
All right. Well, that was incredibly fun. Thank you all. We didn't even get to the other thing that we talked about, but I don't really care because we just had a good time. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we say goodnight?
No. Have fun at WalkCon, people who are going. That's in what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. I wish I could be there.
2 weeks. I think most people are showing up on Thursday, so 2 weeks to the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Happy Canada Day to those of you who celebrate.
Is today Canada Day?
July 1st is Canada Day. So we have a long weekend this weekend.
Nice.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm seeing a friend tomorrow night, and another friend and I are probably going to talk about making plans, and then he's just going to not. Because that's how he rolls. But I might try and do some sewing. I took a couple sewing classes, and I bought my first pattern to do on my own, so I'm going to try and make some cabinets.
That's awesome.
Pair of pants.
Wow.
One trouser. I'm pretty excited about them. I got a cute little owl fabric.
Are you doing zippers?
No. Tie.
Okay. Nice.
And, yeah, paint touch-ups. It's going to be a very productive weekend because smoke. I'm probably not going to be going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Canada's on fire. If anyone wants to donate to the Red Cross, there are some programs out there to help some displaced Canadians. There's 20,000 displaced Canadians right now who could definitely use some help when they're able to either go back to their homes or have to find new places. So Canadian government is matching. So please feel free.
I saw that you posted a link. Was that in the 3?
I can do it a little while ago, but I can redo the 1 and 3 talk. Just
put it in our Discord. Yeah.
And then we can repost on the other socials.
Yeah, now that the smoke's back, people are thinking about it again. So it's always good to leverage that and be like, hey.
Yeah. Well, and it is down here in DC. So,
yeah. And I mean, to be honest, it's a lot of vulnerable communities that are being the most affected. Like a lot of our northern remote indigenous communities are being displaced, and they're the ones that are going to need the most help.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Wow. So, that's crazy. Thank you for sharing that.
No worries. I'll put the link in the Threefold Talk chat.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining me and letting me bumble through figuring out how to host a
You did amazing. I think you get a butt rock as a reward.
Thanks. I'll take your butt because I don't want to find it again. But until next time, everyone, thank you for joining us today. And we hope that you always find love, water, and shade. Yeah.